Have you ever felt sudden discomfort inside your own home? A space that looks clean but feels heavy, as if something invisible is weighing it down? According to Chico Xavier and the mentors of Spiritist codification, this is no illusion. Your house has a soul. The walls store memories. The furniture absorbs pain. The floor echoes ancient resentments. Everything vibrates. Everything records. And when we ignore this subtle field, we become ill along with the space we live in. This video is a call to awaken the spiritual consciousness of your home. We will reveal the forgotten teachings that Chico shared about the spiritual memory of living spaces, and by the end, guide you through a powerful purification practice. Because maybe your house has been crying out for help, and today, you will finally listen. Welcome to the AI Spirit Channel. To the higher spirits, a house is more than walls and a roof. It is an energetic extension of the soul that inhabits it. In the Realms of Mediumship, André Louise describes how human homes work as true vibrational repositories, where thoughts and feelings crystallize into thought forms that float through the environment as living records. These forms are not just symbols, they directly influence the health, mood, and even destiny of those who live there. Have you ever noticed how the same person can feel different in different environments? That is the spiritual egregore in action. If the house is a scene of frequent conflict, the vibrations become dense, creating zones of emotional stagnation. But if the environment is watered with prayer, respect, and gratitude, the field lights up, and even the presence of spiritual benefactors intensifies. Your house feels, your house records, your house emanates. And ignoring that is to neglect the vibrational foundation of your life. But why does the house record these energies so intensely? Because, as Emmanuel teaches in Thought and Life, thought is a creative force that shapes the subtle matter of the physical plane. Every emotion we emit, fear, anger, joy, hope, is imprinted around us as real radiations, which adhere to the vibrational fields of objects and walls. The house is like a crystal. It captures and amplifies what we emit. That is why people with mediumistic sensitivity feel discomfort in certain environments, even without knowing why. They are reading the subtle layers of the psychic history of the place. Have you ever wondered why some homes seem to rejuvenate the soul, while others drain your energy within minutes? The difference is not just in the aesthetics or cleanliness. It's in the spiritual memory imprinted there. If the home is a reflection of the soul, then caring for it is caring for the spirit. And if your house feels heavy, maybe it's just reflecting what you haven't had the courage to face. In many homes, pain has become invisible furniture. Routine hides the truth that we live inside dense energy fields that we feed every day with harsh words, thoughts of lack, and silences filled with resentment. Emmanuel reminds us that the word is sound shaped by intentions, and if speech carries anger, curses, or judgment, it acts as a vibrational dart that fixes itself in space. On the contrary, words of peace, gratitude, and faith purify, dissolve, and elevate. Therefore, transforming your house doesn't require wealth, decor, or elaborate rituals. It requires awareness. A corner with flowers, a glass of magnetized water, a sincere prayer. All of this reprograms the vibrational field of the environment. The gospel at home, according to Chico, is not just a symbolic ritual. It reshapes the spiritual structure of the house and anchors the presence of mentors. You don't need to change your address. You need to change your home's frequency. And that starts with the vibration you feed right now. Disembodied spirits also feel the energy of homes, and by affinity, they are either attracted or repelled by it. This is described by André Louise in Between Heaven and Earth, showing entities linked to addictions and imbalances living in houses where emotional disorder is constant. Homes where anger is frequent become shelters for spirits in tune with that vibration. On the other hand, homes with an atmosphere of peace become true spiritual rescue stations where mentors and benefactors operate, often without the residents even noticing. It all starts with our mental field. Elevated thoughts are invitations to light. That's why places filled with meditation, soft music, prayer, sincere laughter, and love become naturally protected. You don't need to see to feel it. The sense of comfort or spiritual suffocation is real. And when the house is intoxicated with dense energy, even the physical body reacts: insomnia, irritation, discouragement. The home either embraces us or makes us sick, depending on the frequency it carries.
Have you ever wondered how many feelings live with you, even in silence? Many times we think we are alone, but we are cohabiting with echoes, our own undigested emotions, repetitive thoughts, and even energies we absorb from visitors or former residents. It's as if every corner of the house stores chapters of an invisible story. And the subtlest of these chapters is what has not been spoken: silent resentment, veiled fear, unresolved absence. That's why Chico Xavier always recommended cultivating inner peace as the beginning of any spiritual cleansing. A house is the mirror of your auric field. When you change internally, the environment responds. That's why praying alone can brighten the entire space, and a single tear of forgiveness can dissolve years of stagnant energy. The question is, are you merely living in your home, or are you building a vibrational fortress capable of welcoming your soul and dispelling what no longer serves you? The transformation of the home is not just spiritual, it's also therapeutic. According to the studies of the spirit Calderado in the Greater World, the physical environment can be magnetized by human intentions. This means that even amidst chaos, we can generate islands of harmony. A bedroom that serves as a prayer refuge, a kitchen where food is prepared with gratitude, a bathroom that, instead of haste, embraces the bath as a purification ritual. All of this positively magnetizes matter. But when we live on autopilot, we also allow the house to absorb our indifference. That's why it's essential to light incense with purpose, play soft music with healing intent, and, above all, talk to your house as if it were a living being. Say, "Here lives peace. Here lives light." Words are seeds that sprout in the invisible. And in time, your home will no longer be just a construction. It will be a silent yet vibrant temple where your soul feels protected, loved, and guided.
Some may think all of this is exaggerated, that a house is just concrete and function. But how do you explain the difference we feel between a welcoming home and another that makes us uncomfortable for no reason? Spirituality explains there are homes that make their residents sick and homes that heal them. In Missionaries of the Light, André Louise shows how the environment can act as a remedy or a subtle poison. Children who sleep better after a prayer in their room, plants that wilt when they're shouting, animals that get sick by absorbing the home's imbalance. These are silent signs that the spirit of the space is asking for help. What do you feel when you enter your house? Peace or tension? Inspiration or oppression? The answer is not in the objects, but in the vibrational memories they carry. Cleaning the house is important, but even more essential is to purify it spiritually. Because in the end, you don't just live in your house, you coexist with it, and it's trying to alert you every day. The house is the invisible reflection of the soul that inhabits it. It records what you feel, vibrates what you think, responds to what you emanate. Understanding this is the first step toward healing your space and yourself. When you elevate your vibration, the home transforms along with you and becomes a field of protection, regeneration, and light. Do not underestimate the spiritual power of your environment. Your home is more than shelter. It is a silent temple waiting to be consecrated every day. If you've made it this far, it's because something inside you is ready to hear the call of your own home. And as a reward, I invite you to a practice that's not just a technique, but a true rite of spiritual reconnection between you and the place where you live. Choose a room in your house where you feel comfortable. Turn off all electronic devices, close your eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. Now, with your eyes still closed, visualize your home as a subtle body, as if it were a living organism breathing alongside you. Imagine each wall pulsing gently, absorbing your intention. Remember what Emmanuel teaches: thought is the creative force of the future. Then silently say, "May this space become sacred through my awareness. May the light enter where once there was shadow." Next, walk slowly through the house. As you pass through each room, touch the walls with your palm and affirm, "I see you, I hear you, I heal you." This phrase holds spiritual power. It rewrites the imprinted fields. It reprograms the vibrational space. If you feel called, light a white candle and place a glass of water beside it. According to Chico Xavier, the magnetized water acts as a magnetic condenser, and the candle as a beacon of elevation. Softly speak aloud everything you wish to transmute: sorrows, guilt, cursed words. Then take a deep breath and repeat, "This house is now light. This house is now healing. This house is now my divine extension." Finish the practice by sitting in silence for 3 minutes. Listen to the vibration. Maybe nothing around you will seem different, but inside, a temple has been erected, and the spirit of your home, once asleep, begins to awaken. If you felt the vibration of this video to the end, then write in the comments, "My home is light." This will show that your consciousness is awakened to transform the invisible into spiritual protection. This video was built with every detail designed as a vibrational sanctuary. So please gift us your like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to heal the space they live in. Every home holds a soul, but only those who awaken can perceive that it is alive.